open and honor literary excellence with also the Delhi Literature Festival Awards that will follow after this session. Mr. Ashwin Sanghi, member NDMC. And Mr. Ajay Sharma, Director, Delhi Literature Festival Trust. कविता, कहानी या उपन्यास, हर विधा कला नहीं आत्मा की आवाज है। और जब साहित्य का मंच सजता है तो केवल लेखक नहीं पूरा समाज उसमें प्रतिबिंबित होता है। आज का दिन इसी प्रतिबिंब की शुरुआत है, तो आइए इस सृजनात्मक यात्रा की शुरुआत करते हैं। मेरा नाम टीना झा है। मैं आप सभी को दिल्ली लिटरेचर फेस्टिवल 2025 के उद्घाटन सत्र में एक बार फिर से सादर आमंत्रित करती हूँ। ये अवसर हम सभी के लिए बेहद विशेष है, क्योंकि आज हम न केवल इस साहित्यिक महोत्सव की विधिवत शुरुआत कर रहे हैं, बल्कि साहित्यिक उत्कृष्टता को भी आज सम्मानित किया जाएगा। तो हमारे बीच विशिष्ट अतिथि मौजूद हैं, हम सब उनका तालियों से एक बार फिर से स्वागत करते हैं। अनुरोध है कि उद्घाटन सत्र की शुरुआत लाइटिंग ऑफ द लैंप से शुरू करते हैं। Sharma and Mr. Kunal Gupta, we would like you up on stage here, please. Mr. Amit Sharma, please. Please honor Mr. Tim Curtis. Mr. Kunal Gupta, may I now please request you to felicitate Mr. Anil Valmiki. Mr. Kunal Gupta is the Program Director of the Delhi Literature Festival Trust.
यहीं से कर लेते हैं। A very good morning to each one of you and welcome to the 13th edition of the Delhi Literature Festival 2025 and Awards. It is indeed our privilege to have amongst us today such luminaries. Delhi has seen such a senior leader in Shri Vijendra Gupta ji, and we are so proud to see him today as the Honorable Speaker of the Delhi Vidhan Sabha. Sir, we are honored to have you here today, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we also have the presence of the Honorable Chairman, NDMC Shri Keshav Chandra ji. Sometime back when I met the Chairman Saab at his office, he was very excited, but he conveyed to me that डेट शूट नहीं करेंगे क्योंकि मुझे शायद मसूरी जाना पड़े ट्रेनिंग में। मैंने कहा कोई बात नहीं सर, कोशिश करेंगे हम लोग, लेकिन इत्तेफाकन कुछ ऐसी इवेंट्स आई जिसकी वजह से वी हैव टू चेंज द डेट। और मुझे इस बात की बड़ी खुशी हुई कि शायद अब मुझे मौका मिल जाएगा चेयरमैन साहब को फेलिसिटेट करने का। एंड आई एम सो ऑनर्ड एंड सो ग्रेटफुल टू हिम दैट द चेयरमैन NDMC is amongst us today. He was very excited and he showed us also a coffee table book which he has done, published by Penguin, which while he was posted in Andaman, if I am correct, and I'm sure he'll throw some light on this coffee table book later. I'm also honored to have Mr. Tim Curtis, who's the representative and director of UNESCO South Asia amongst us. Thank you so much, sir, for being here. We all know that UNESCO is a global organization with the aim of promoting good education. And that is also the aim of the Delhi Literature Festival, with the idea of promoting good literature and also the good old habit of book reading, which I feel that slowly and slowly it is giving away to all these digital platforms and digital screens. So we keep this idea, and we also have with us Shri Sanjay Magoji, who is also the promoter of Om Books International. संजय जी एक बार ज़रा खड़े हो जाएं प्लीज़. तो संजय जी हैं अपने ओम बुक्स से, और वी आर वेरी प्राउड टू हैव ओम बुक्स एज आवर बुक स्टोर पार्टनर टुडे. वैसे तो मैं बड़ी लंबी लंबी स्पीचेस बना के लाता हूं, लेकिन मुझे लगता है कि इतने बड़े बड़े स्टॉलवर्ड्स के बीच में शायद मुझे अपना ज़्यादा समय नहीं लेना चाहिए. सो आई मस्ट टेल यू दैट थोड़ा सा बैकग्राउंड बताना ज़रूरी है, क्योंकि दिल्ली के अंदर 2013 में हमने दिल्ली साहित्य महोत्सव की शुरुआत की, और उन दिनों माननीय मुख्यमंत्री श्रीमती शीला दीक्षित जी आई और उन्होंने कार्यक्रम को इनॉग्रेट किया, और हम सबको उन्होंने मोटिवेट किया. उसके अगले वर्ष भी श्रीमान अरविंद केजरीवाल जी, मनीष सिसोदिया जी वगैरह लोग आए. लेकिन मुझे बड़े दुख के साथ बताना होता है कि जिस तरीके का सपोर्ट दिल्ली सरकार का उस समय हमें नहीं मिला, और हम खुद संघर्ष किए. और कल मेरे को कुणाल ने बताया कि सर ये एक गूगल का एक इंफॉर्मेशन है जो आप भी देखें, और मैंने ग्रुप में सबको शेयर किया. There's an information on the piece of Google for the benefit of Mr. Curtis. I must tell that one of the leading literature festivals in the city, which was promoted by a leading media house, was unable to sustain itself. But it also mentioned that Delhi Literature Festival has been able to sustain itself on its own. See, the idea is that it is not only about the literature, it is about the idea behind the books. And the authors who might not be very, very economically affluent, how do we support them? How do we promote them? And I'm so grateful that we have today the CEO of ONGC, Mr. Mazumder also. Sir, thank you so much. Companies like ONGC and NTPC and so many other sponsors have come forward to support us, and they support us every year. We thank each one of them for this opportunity. And so we started this journey, and I don't think there's any author of repute who has not come to the Delhi Literature Festival. That's a long list, मुझे याद है, and some of them are not amongst us today. But I must tell you that all these authors have come and blessed us on this stage, and we have been able to sustain this program for years after years. This is an annual program which usually happens for 3 days. दिल्ली में चुनाव था, इसलिए नॉर्मली हम क्या करते हैं कि जनवरी फरवरी, इन द मंथ ऑफ जनवरी फरवरी वी ऑर्गेनाइज दी फेस्टिवल, बट बिकॉज ऑफ द दिल्ली असेंबली इलेक्शन वी हैड टू पुश इट, एंड वी आर डूइंग इट स्लाइटली इन दी summer. But God has been very kind, as He's always been kind with us. And last night, there was a hail and storm, and I got up at 4 o'clock in the night. मैंने कहा क्या होना है, because all my flower pots were breaking. But by morning, by 9 o'clock, I could see that the weather had become so pleasant and the rains had stopped. So thank each one of you once again for being here. We also have Ambassador Abhay K with us. Abhay ji has had a very, very memorial journey with us. His latest book on Nalanda is out. He's a bestseller. And Abhay ji, आगे आ जाए please, if you don't mind, please. We also have with us Madam Lakshmi Puri. She herself was a diplomat and today a bestseller author. Coincidentally, her husband is also famous and is also Union Minister, ma'am. So thank you so much once again for being here. We have a 7th category of awards today, which I will request the Honorable Speaker and Chairman Sahab to present these awards to the awardees. With these words, I once again thank each one of you. This is a 3 days of festival, and we have an amazing lineup of authors coming from across the country, from Mumbai, from Goa, from Calcutta. All the speakers are coming here for the next 3 days, and the books are not only in English but they're also in Hindi. We have a book by Mr. Arun Anand today afternoon on what is RSS. So we need to, the whole idea is that how we are able to communicate our ideas, how we are able to set a narrative which helps in building nation. So with these idea and aim, we have been organizing this festival every year. And with these words, I once again extend a very warm welcome to all our dignitaries on the stage. And I'll request Tina to take over from there. Thank you so much.
for telling us about the legacy that Delhi Literature Festival has had over the years, and the illustrious panel that we managed to get year on year, and the enriching sessions and discussions that we've managed to have every year, giving all book lovers a treat really every year. So thank you for those words. I will now request Mr. Tim Curtis to deliver the special address. Sir, you can just take the mic and speak from there. Yes. Thank you.
Honorable Speaker of the Delhi Legislative Assembly and Shri Kashaf Chandra, Honorable Chairman of NDMC, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it's first of all allow me to say namaste and mujhe yahan aakar bahut khushi ho rahi hai. It is really a great pleasure for me to join you here on behalf of UNESCO for the inauguration of this 13th edition of the Delhi Literature Festival, and to celebrate with you the power of literature in really what is one of the world's most vibrant literary cities. Delhi has, as we heard, long stood as a beacon of literature creativity, nurturing some of India's most celebrated poets and authors across centuries and across languages. From the timeless verses of Ghalib and Amrita Pritam to the contemporary voices shaping our present, Delhi's literary landscape reflects its enduring spirit of creativity and dialogue. This rich heritage and vibrant tradition of expression finds a fitting celebration in the theme of this year's festival, Delhi Writes, Voices, Visions and Verses. Because literature at its heart, of course, is much more than words on a page. It forms the stories that shapes our imaginations, the voices that connect us across generations and cultures, and the ideas that allow us to dream of a better tomorrow. Whether it be in the form of poetry, novels, stories, literature is indeed a very powerful form of creativity that brings us together and helps us understand each other. In India, with such an extraordinary diversity of languages and culture, literature obviously plays a vital role also in preserving this great repertoire of traditions as well as nurturing dialogue. Today, the rise of online and audio books has brought new opportunities for access and engagement with literature. Yet these advances, of course, also remind us of the importance of making a living, of copyright enforcement and fair distribution. Only by protecting the rights of creators, of authors, and ensuring fair access can we actually really support creative diversity and the flourishing of literary culture. UNESCO has, of course, long recognized the importance of protecting creativity, and many of you may not know, but in 1952 it was UNESCO that pioneered the Universal Copyright Convention and the famous symbol that exists with it, which has now graduated into its own UN agency called the World Intellectual Property Organization. But this was really an important step in ensuring that literature and knowledge could be shared widely and fairly, fostering both innovation and respect for creative work. At UNESCO, we continue to believe that literature is not just a privilege for the few, but a right for all. And that is why we have various initiatives to make books and literary culture accessible, diverse and vibrant throughout the world. And yet, even as we celebrate literature, we must confront the difficult truth. Millions of people still lack access to basic literacy. According to our 2024 Global Education Monitoring Report, 251 million children remain out of school, and 3 out of 4 children in developing countries are unable to read and understand simple text by the age of 10. And this needs to change. To close these gaps, we work with governments and communities through inclusive literary initiatives, from community learning centers in Bangladesh and Nepal to support for mother tongue learning aligned with the International Decade of Indigenous Languages. And these programs are there to help us ensure that learning is indeed lifelong, that it is rooted in local cultures and truly leaves no one behind. On the 23rd of April in 1995, UNESCO member states established World Book and Copyright Day to pay tribute to the enduring contributions of books and authors worldwide and to emphasize the vital importance of copyright protection. And we also work through what we call the UNESCO Creative Cities Network to recognize cities that nurture literary culture, support writers and publishers, and host festivals to bring literature to the heart of civic life as we have here today. Today there are 53 creative cities of literature across 39 countries. And you might be aware that Kozhikode from Kerala became India's first UNESCO City of Literature in October 2023, earning this recognition for its literary heritage and vibrant cultural life. Ladies and gentlemen, books and stories stand at the intersection of some of the most essential human freedoms, and especially the freedom of expression. They allow us to learn, to dream, to question, and to imagine new worlds. They are powerful tools for understanding and respect, for fostering understanding and respect among people and, of course, nations. So as we celebrate the Literature Festival here in Delhi, let us remember that every story told enriches our shared humanity. Let us honor the writers who open new worlds for us, the readers who keep the stories alive, and the communities that nurture the creativity in all of its forms. Literature is indeed a universal right, a source of freedom, and a wellspring of peace. So with this, I wish you all the best for this edition of the Delhi Literature Festival. Thank you very much, and dhanyawad.
Literature is not just a privilege for a few, but a right for all. We at the Delhi Literature Festival are committed to make literature as accessible, and through this festival our efforts, our endeavor is to make this event as participatory in nature as possible. Thank you once again. May I now request Mr. Sanjay Kumar Mazumdar, Chief Executive Officer, ONGC Green Limited, to address the audience, please.
धन्यवाद टीना। जब मुझे बोलने के यहाँ आमंत्रित किया गया तो मेरा पहला प्रश्न मेरे दिमाग में आया कि मैं तो एक अभियंता हूँ, एक सरकारी मुलाजिम हूँ, इस साहित्य के मंच पे मेरा क्या काम? This is a dais for storytellers, the writers. But then I realized everybody had a story. There is nobody in this room or this world who doesn't have a story to tell. A story unique, different from others. He may not know the art of telling it. And that is where you are different. You can weave the words in such a beautiful fashion that will tinkle the taste bud of the mind. हम कहते हैं कि चेतना को जागृत करने की जो कला आप में है, चाहे वह आप गद्य के माध्यम से करें, पद से करें, छंद से करें, स्टोरी टेलिंग से करें, whether you're doing through social media, these are all different forms. You have a great role in the society. In this modern world where everybody is looking after their own share of pleasure in the form of materialistic pleasure, somehow we all have forgotten the basics of the life, the humanity. Perhaps to tinkle this, to rekindle the thought of cultural heritage that this great country has, there where the literature comes into play. And people may say many things about the social media, but definitely social media is the fastest way to reach the people. But then, this is for the younger generation which is sitting in the back. Never let go this reading habit. This is not only to pass the exams. We get in day-to-day activities, we got mails, so we have got all the reports, we got in the, but there is nothing like reading into the print. You can always flip-flop from one page to another page. You can underline the things, you can mark those pages, you can go back. That you can never do in a electronic media. So keep tinkling our thought process, because it's the literary word which can really change this world. You can create history, you can change the way people think. All the revolutions come through great orators. And those orators are nothing but storytellers. They show you a dream through those stories. They create a narrative, and you can be a great leaders. So it's not only writing books, just converting into through the oratory skill, you can change this world, you can change this society. And when it comes to Delhi, I always tell I'm born and brought up in Bihar, so I'm part Bihari. I'm a Bengali basically, so I have roots in Bengal. Most of the time I spent in Bombay, and now for the last 1 year I'm in Delhi. So when I see the culture of all the places from Bihar, Bengal, Maharashtra and Delhi, obviously Delhi I'm not exposed to so much, but I feel that West Bengal and Maharashtra, they are culturally and literally more, I'll put them at a higher stage. I'm not trying to demean Delhi. So maybe once I go through this festival, I'll appreciate Delhi culture and Delhi literature more. So thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
So as you're aware, we are running behind schedule. Rains just put us off schedule this morning. We all arrived late because we were all stuck at different places. But nevertheless, the rain could not dampen our spirits, and we all turned up here in large numbers. I'm really happy to see you all here at this exciting event. The inaugural event is currently underway. As the Honourable Speaker has another appointment, so we will straight away jump to the award section. It's time to present the Delhi Literature Festival 2025 awards. As I told you, the awards is a new concept that has been introduced this time by the organizers to honor the wonderful authors. So may I request the speaker to present the awards to the distinguished authors and writers who have been shortlisted. Let me also tell you that there were 7 categories in which the awards will be given. A 5-member jury decided on the awards. So it was a lengthy process, after which it's been decided, and the awards list is in my hands. Let me begin with Ambassador Lakshmi Puri. She is being given the award in the fiction category for her debut novel, Swallowing the Sun. A novel has been published by Rupa. It's an epic feat of request the authors to sign copies for you. The award in the non
आज के इस दिल्ली साहित्य महोत्सव में मेरे साथ मंच पर मौजूद मिस्टर टिम कर्टिस, डायरेक्टर ऑफ रिप्रेजेंटेटिव यूनेस्को रीजनल ऑफिस फॉर साउथ एशिया, यहाँ पर उपस्थित श्री केशव चंद्र जी, ऑनरेबल चेयरमैन DMC, ONGC के चीफ एग्जीक्यूटिव ऑफिसर संजय कुमार मजूमदार जी, अनिल वाल्मीकि जी, मेंबर DMC, और ऑनरेरी फाउंडर डायरेक्टर दिल्ली लिटरेचर फेस्टिवल श्री अजय शर्मा जी। मैं समझता हूँ कि दिल्ली में साहित्य के इस लिटरेचर फेस्टिवल के अगर कोई सूत्रधार और इनको क्रेडिट जाता है कि हर साल यहाँ पर हम सबको मिलने का मौका मिलता है, और ये फेस्टिवल क्योंकि दिल्ली जो है वो बहुत रिच है, कल्चर अगर हम देखें, साहित्य देखें, आर्ट देखें, दिल्ली का अपना एक लंबा इतिहास है और मैं ये मानता हूँ कि साहित्य जिसमें साहित्य का अर्थ है एक ऐसी आवाज़ जिसका संबंध सीधा आत्मा से है, सोल से है। साहित्य जिसमें पोएट्री भी है, जिसमें आर्ट भी है, जिसमें म्यूजिक भी है और म्यूजिक के लिए मैं कह सकता हूँ, हम सब जानते हैं, बहुत लोग दिन भर के थके होते हैं, रात को घर पहुंचते हैं तो कहते हैं चलिए एक मूवी देखते हैं, तो रीजनरेट हो जाएंगे, रिलैक्स हो जाएंगे, चलिए गाने सुनते हैं। और वाकई जब आप कुछ म्यूजिक सुनते हैं तो ऐसा लगता है कि आपका माइंड जो है वो किसी दूसरी दुनिया में चला गया है। आप जितना म्यूजिक से जुड़ते हैं वो एक तरह का आपका एक नेचुरल थेरेपी भी है। जितने दिल से आप म्यूजिक सुनते हैं, पहले कहा जाता था कि तानसेन गाते थे तो दीप जल जाते थे। इतनी शक्ति है साहित्य में। मैं आज के इस प्रोग्राम में मुझे बुलाया गया, मुझे अपनी भावनाएं व्यक्त करने का मौका दिया गया और अभी डॉक्टर लक्ष्मीपुरी जी को ऑनर भी मैंने किया, उनकी लिटरेरी जो उनके थॉट्स हैं, बुक्स हैं, और अभी और भी लोगों को यहाँ पे ऑनर दिया जाएगा। बहुत काम हुआ है साहित्य पर, लेकिन बहुत काम बाकी है। अभी मुझे लगता है कि जस्टिस होना बाकी है। मैं ये कह सकता हूँ कि मैं आज के इस मौके पर न केवल शब्दों का बल्कि भावनाओं का, विचारों का और संस्कृति का भी उत्सव है आज का ये अवसर। हम सब जानते हैं कि दिल्ली ऐतिहासिक और सांस्कृतिक रूप से समृद्ध है। ये विचारों की नगरी है। यहाँ की हर गली, हर इमारत, हर कोने में साहित्य की खुशबू बसी है। दिल्ली भारत की सांस्कृतिक राजधानी भी है। यहाँ कई प्रसिद्ध साहित्यकारों ने जन्म लिया और यहाँ रहकर साहित्य की रचना की। यहाँ उर्दू के शायरों से लेकर हिंदी, पंजाबी और अंग्रेजी भाषा के लेखकों ने अपना भरपूर साहित्यिक योगदान दिया है। दिल्ली की साहित्यिक पहचान इतनी ज़्यादा है कि इसे किसी एक दायरे तक सीमित नहीं किया जा सकता। हमारा साहित्य उस महान परंपरा का हिस्सा है जिसमें तुलसीदास का समन्वय है, सूरदास का वात्सल्य है, कबीर की बेबाकी है, प्रेमचंद का यथार्थ है, प्रसाद की राष्ट्रीयता है, महादेवी की करुणा और निराला का विद्रोह है। दिल्ली साहित्य महोत्सव जैसे आयोजन साहित्य को आम जनता से जोड़ते हैं। यह विचारों और संस्कृतियों का अनूठा संगम है। यहाँ कई तरह के विचार और अनुभव एक साथ मिलते हैं, जिससे सार्थक चर्चा और सकारात्मक संवाद को बल मिलता है। ऐसे आयोजनों से साहित्य को एकेडमिक और बौद्धिक दायरे से निकालकर आम जनता तक पहुँचाने का कार्य भी संभव हो पाता है, क्योंकि आज के दौर में तो साहित्य पर चर्चा करना ही बड़ी बात है। साहित्य को संसार रूपी वृक्ष का सबसे मधुर फल माना जाता है। साहित्य को जीवन से और जीवन को साहित्य से अलग नहीं किया जा सकता। साहित्य केवल शब्दों का संग्रह नहीं होता है, साहित्य समाज की धड़कन है। यह इतिहास मौन होता है तब साहित्य बोलता है। जब समाज दिशा भूल जाता है तब साहित्य उसे दिशा देता है। जब राजनीति मौन हो जाती है तब साहित्य के शब्द बोलते हैं। जब समाज सवाल करने लगता है तब साहित्य उनका उत्तर खोजता है। जब संवेदना नहीं होती तब साहित्य भावनाओं को उकेरता है। इसलिए साहित्य केवल मनोरंजन का साधन नहीं है, यह बदलाव का कारक भी है। एक कविता से नई क्रांति जन्म ले सकती है, एक कहानी से किसी को प्रेरणा मिल सकती है, एक नाटक किसी की आत्मा को झकझोर सकता है। साहित्य की भाषा सामान्य भाषा से अलग है। यह आत्मा की भाषा है जिसमें कोई बनावटीपन नहीं है। बचपन से हम पढ़ते आए हैं कि साहित्य समाज का दर्पण है, लेकिन यह केवल एक दर्पण नहीं है, यह ऊर्जा का स्रोत है जो समाज को रोशन करता है। यह एक पुल है जो लोगों को जोड़ता है। जब साहित्य बोलता है तो वह पूरे समाज की आवाज़ बनता है। आज साहित्य केवल कविता, कहानी, उपन्यास या नाटकों तक सीमित नहीं रहा, बल्कि राजनीति, पर्यावरण, मीडिया, नारी विमर्श, दलित विमर्श, आदिवासी विमर्श, बुद्ध, वृद्ध, दिव्यांग, किसान और अल्पसंख्यक वर्गों के संघर्ष और सामाजिक सरोकारों से भी जुड़ा हुआ है। जहाँ साहित्य केवल किताबों और पुस्तकालय तक सीमित नहीं है, वह नुक्कड़ नाटकों, स्टोरी टेलिंग सत्रों, ओपन माइक, कवि गोष्ठियों और डिजिटल लेखन के रूप में भी मौजूद है। साहित्य अब केवल किताबों में नहीं मिलता, यह मोबाइल की स्क्रीन पर भी चमकता है। साहित्य अब केवल मंचों का नहीं है, आम लोगों का भी है। नया साहित्य सोशल मीडिया, पॉडकास्ट, ब्लॉग और वीडियो के रूप में भी मौजूद है। मैं आज के इस मौके पर अजय जी का जो एक प्रयास है, जिसकी हम जितनी भी प्रशंसा करें वो कम है, और मैंने देखा है कि आप विपरीत परिस्थितियों में भी अपने कॉन्फिडेंस से साहित्य की जो ये डोर आपने दिल्ली में जो ये जो मिशन जो आपने अपने हाथों में लिया है उसको आप आगे बढ़ाते हैं। मैं अजय जी आपको विश्वास दिलाता हूँ। मैं आज के इस मौके पर आपको कहना चाहता हूँ कि मैं आपके साथ हूँ। आप साहित्य के इस कारनामों को आगे बढ़ाइए। हम मिलकर के इस पूरे एक जो कारवां है इसमें आपके साथ हर तरह से खड़े हैं। मैं दिल्ली सरकार के प्रयासों की भी सराहना करना चाहूँगा, जिनके तहत दिल्ली की सांस्कृतिक और साहित्यिक धरोहर को संजोने का कार्य किया जा रहा है, और इस बात का ध्यान रखा गया है कि साहित्य केवल किताबों में कैद नहीं रहे, बल्कि जीवन का अभिन्न अंग बने। हिंदी एकेडमी, उर्दू एकेडमी, पंजाबी एकेडमी जैसी संस्थाओं द्वारा साहित्यकारों को सम्मानित करना, युवा रचनाकारों के लिए पुरस्कार योजनाएं चलाना, नियमित साहित्यिक गोष्ठियों को आयोजन, विमोचन कार्यक्रमों और नाट्य प्रदर्शनों के लिए आर्थिक सहयोग प्रदान करना, ये सभी सरकार की साहित्यिक अभिरुचि को दर्शाते हैं। स्कूल और कॉलेजों में साहित्यिक गतिविधियों को प्रोत्साहन दिया जाना चाहिए, जिसमें अगली पीढ़ी में साहित्य का प्रसार हो सके। इन्हीं शब्दों के साथ मैं साहित्यिक महोत्सव के आयोजकों को दिल से शुभकामनाएं देता हूं और आशा करता हूं कि उत्सव नई सोच, नई शैली और नए विचारों को जन्म देगा और यहाँ से हम नया अनुभव प्राप्त करेंगे। अंत में सभी साहित्यकारों, विद्वान वक्ताओं और आप सब श्रोताओं को धन्यवाद देता हूँ, जिनके विश्वास और उपस्थिति से ऐसे उत्सव सफल और सार्थक हो पाते हैं। अंत में मैं केवल इतना कहना चाहूँगा, जहाँ पीड़ा है वहाँ शब्दों की छाँव है, जहाँ स्वप्न पलते हैं वहाँ कविता सांस लेती है। शब्द वे दीपक हैं जो अंधकार से नहीं डरते, भावनाएं नदी की धारा है जो कभी नहीं ठहरती, साहित्य खुला उन्मुक्त आकाश है जो असीम, विस्तृत और सबके लिए खुला है, जहाँ विचारों को उड़ान मिलती है और हर संवेदना सितारे की तरह चमकती है। आज के इस अवसर पर आपने मुझे आमंत्रित किया, अपने बीच में रहने का अवसर दिया। मैं चाहता तो, मेरा मन तो आपके साथ ही है, लेकिन कुछ बंदिशें हैं, कुछ ऐसी कमिटमेंट्स हैं जिनको लेकर के जाना भी आवश्यक है। नहीं तो कहीं ना कहीं वादा खिलाफी होगी, ऐसा माना जाएगा। और वादे करना आसान है, उनको निभाना मुश्किल हो जाता है। लेकिन आपने मुझे बुलाया, मैं आपका बहुत बहुत आभार और अभिनंदन करता हूँ। धन्यवाद।
तो दिल्ली लिटरेचर फेस्टिवल 2025 का सर्वश्रेष्ठ सम्मान दिया जाता है श्री कमलाकांत त्रिपाठी जी को, जिनकी 2 किताबें तरंग और पहीघर बहुचर्चित हैं।
Mr. Curtis, Mr. Mazumdar, Mr. Sharma ji and Mr. Mago, and dear audience, nobody can be as ill prepared for a speech as I am, as I was not supposed to come here. There was some meeting in Home Ministry which got cancelled in the nick of the time, and then I had no other choice because Mr. Sharma was calling me. He told me that you have to simply be there and you don't have to speak. So I came. Later he trapped me into speaking. Yes, so it's a wonderful occasion, and I was, because this is my 30th year in service, and my association with art and culture of Delhi goes back to some 98, 99, when I started looking after the department. And I could see in the previous session, Ms. Little was here, and she has written a fabulous book. We had interaction, and that time we restored some of the old monuments, 20 old monuments, because I was looking after art and culture. Apart from being secretary to the chief minister, I was also looking after the art and culture department. So we restored some of the monuments, and we published a book. I wrote a book called Lesser Known Monuments of Delhi. And it was in some 2009 or something. And so we used to wonder that Delhi being a wonderful capital and a very, very unique capital, what are the philosophical underpinning of art and culture? Because when the department was given to me, we used to sit and brainstorm. And I remember one of our colleagues, he came up with a wonderful word called palimpsest. I don't know whether you know that word. It's a beautiful word. It means that the new script survives with the old script. So any manuscript which is written, being effaced or in tandem with the old script, a new script is written. And he said that if I had to describe Delhi, that is the word I would put it for Delhi. The old script is still surviving with the new script. And we have to actually acknowledge that new script is surviving, old script is there. So in recognition of the old, this one, the new one, which is being written by Mr. Sharma and ilks of Mr. Sharma, is to be appreciated and is to be supported. There are undercurrents in any capital city. Undercurrents, because there's one current, very strong current, which is administrative in nature, has to be political in nature. There are undercurrents which are academic in nature. There are undercurrents which are philosophical in nature. And at the same time, there are undercurrents which are quite literary and slightly aloof from all the currents. Now, the success or the failure of any capital city is whether it is able to provide that space to that unique undercurrent which is which is cultural in nature or not. So if it is allowed to grow, if that space is given, which is quite secular, which is autonomous, then obviously you will see the rise of art and culture. And I remember that time, again we were discussing that what all should be the genre when we are out to promote art and culture in Delhi, then somebody said that there's an author called Walter Benjamin. I don't know how many of you have read that. And he gave a wonderful concept called reproductions of art. And said that the modern genre of representation of art, in terms of photography, in terms of movies, in terms of, it takes about the exclusivity of the art which willy-nilly rests in the domain of only the exclusive people has, and it disperses it with the masses. And what a wonderful philosophy to follow when you're actually promoting art and culture. And that's why we thought that time that we will simultaneously promote photography, puppetry, and different genres of music also. And it was quite successful. Some of them are still surviving. Jahane Khusro is still surviving. I remember we started that. Similarly, there was, unfortunately, some of the greats are no more there, but we started inviting all the doyens of Indian classical music. We also had photography festivals. Recently, Mr. Rai has done a book on Delhi. I'll request you, in fact, it was released in Jaipur festival, literary festival. My book was also released. He has written the foreword of my book. So I was quite honored. And so the whole idea is that when we are looking at art and culture in a city like Delhi, these underpinnings are to be acknowledged, and acknowledged in the true sense that why such activities, why such festivals, why certain things are to be acknowledged and certain things which are to be promoted in a unique city called Delhi. Well, literature festival, another thing which comes to my mind is that when we're talking about the ancient concept of Advait, and everything has to be unique, single, at the same time, the diverse components of that single also needs to be recognized. So, in fact, I participated in almost all of the literary festivals. Went to Jaipur, Bhopal also, this time they released my book. But what is missing is that we are missing out on unrepresented languages, smaller languages. And as a chairman NDMC, I was sharing with Mr. Sharma that my dream is that some of the Indian local languages, they should find a space in a festival like this. The lesser glorified writers, those who we do not know their names, but they're doing fabulous work in their own areas. They are to be brought, they are to be given some stage, they are to be given a voice. In NDMC, I have certain dreams in art and culture, and I have found a good partner in Mr. Sharma. And hopefully from the next edition, we'll have a different level. And I'm quite sure that with the support of all those who are experts in the field, we'll take it to a higher ground. And we'll take it to the ground where we find quite inclusive element coming from the remotest part of the country, because this is the capital city. There everybody should find space. Everybody should find prominence. Everybody should get a voice. With these words, I thank you all for listening to my blabbering without any preparation to speak. But I thank you so much.
DMC, I would also like to thank Mr. Tim Curtis from UNESCO. We have Mr. Mazumdar, Sanjay Mazumdar from ONGC Green. He reminded me it is ONGC Green. And of course, we have our friend Mr. Sanjay Mago from Home Books, and all of you here sitting. Thank you so much. And I just wanted to mention that this festival is not about me, it is about the people behind this festival. And there's a large team of volunteers who work day in and day out to ensure that we continue to organize this festival every year. And I must acknowledge the names of Mr. Architect, Mr. Amit Sharma, who's designed, conceptualized and designed this handcrafted this trophy. So, and Amit, where are you? I mean, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And also we would like to thank and express our gratitude to Amit is here. Yeah, thank you so much, Amit. And we have had many sleepless nights. Thank you NDMC for supporting this program. Thank you so much, sir, Chairman Saab. And we also have a lot of leading sponsors and Network 18. I was told when I met him first time some years back, I was told that he's translated many books in Latin America. I don't know, maybe you will correct me, sir. And his latest book, Nalanda, is already a bestseller. So you wanted to say some words? Please, please. Now? I just wanted to...
Ambassador, come on the mic, please.
I just wanted to say, because the chairman NDMC is here and Tim Curtis is here, so when and how can Delhi become a UNESCO city of literature?
Thank you so much. So we all, and I know.
It's not that tricky, but I'm not going to bore you with the sort of procedures and processes that need to be established. But I'm sure that if there's a will, I'm sure there's a good potential for that to happen, and we can talk more about the details of how that would happen later.
Thank you so much. And once again, I congratulate all the awardees.
When I didn't have a place to go, I was here during my lowest period of time, and Delhi helped me then and kept me here quietly and nicely. I also learned a lot about art because of Delhi. I know that right now, whatever the situation is, Delhi, this is the 7th time Delhi is the capital, right? So it has been through a lot, it has seen a lot, and we have a lot of stories everywhere in Delhi. Everywhere you go, you find something, you find a monument, you find something. As an artist, it's very important to capture that. It's very important to frame that in my head and take that away, put it in my version wherever I am now sharing. So, for me, Delhi is everything. There's so many different facades and so many different ways to see Delhi, and I think it'll keep. It's a place where everyone comes to. As you said, that it is not rooted that way, but everyone has a place here. So I think it will always capture a lot of more people and always adapt to a lot of more people, and we all will have our own stories to share, and that's what Delhi is.
Simply, as a fashion Instagrammer, isn't it Delhi style? Because so much of the way we dress, the way we carry ourselves is linked to, heritage and history and culture. Isn't it Delhi wala look?
Wow, I wish I could summarize it in one Delhi wala look.
One post.
We are, of course, in the end, we are individuals. Somewhere we reflect our own style and probably our education, our background, the way we live, the way we travel. All of that reflects our personal style. So I don't think that can be one look. But there can be multiple looks that probably summated into a Delhi. But I think for a quintessential, for me, if I can talk about myself, I think a nice lehenga or a suit, if I'm picturing it in some Haveli, old Haveli, telling a story about it, which is probably 500 years ago, old. So some nice Indian wear would be my style.
Dr. Little, what do you think are the prerequisites for Delhi becoming and truly prospering as a hub of heritage and culture?
We have to remember that a lot of our heritage, and I'm talking now about built heritage, about buildings, some of our best heritage is in private hands. And I'm looking here at people who may be in government, who have influence, people who may be entrepreneurs. We have to realize the huge potential for growth that is there in our heritage. And I'm not talking about monuments here, I'm talking about the buildings you talk about. What absolutely boggles my mind is that every day Havelis are broken down to make showrooms for the kind of clothes you're talking about. Can you imagine, and you can imagine it because you can imagine those things. If I were told that there is a Haveli in Chandni Chowk, which is a sari shop, let me tell you, I'll go and buy my saris there all the time, rather than going to any other shop. We have not realized the potential that is there in all these heritage spaces to make each of those Havelis, and not just boutique hotels or cultural centers. Make it a sari shop, make it a cafe. You know, there people will come for that. I mean, we are talking about a place where those kind of aesthetics are a selling point, they are an asset. So we are completely underselling our heritage. We don't even appreciate what riches lie there, and that is the way towards community growth and sustainable growth. Without knocking those down and building.
And make beautiful pictures for Instagram.
Yes, of course, that would be lovely. I mean, we forget that is right there in our city and we are not doing anything with it. Every day these buildings disappear.
How do you respond to that, brother?
I would agree with her. Like, we can make these monuments more meaningful, more alive, and repurpose them without destroying them. We could make them into a cafe, into a store. We don't need to destroy.
But I think what you were saying was not just monuments, but buildings themselves. A lot of them in private hands.
Yes, and some of them, you know, like in Gwalior where I lived, there is this girls' college, and I went there once, and I honestly think beautiful buildings. I would have seen it. Gwalior rulers ki building. So after partition, it was taken over by the government. So that also has its positive side in the sense that there is a status quo maintained in the government. So it was taken over by the government. So even if they don't polish it and keep, they kept it as it was. They did not. So it was a good way of repurposing a building which might have been torn down. And they just made it into a college. So I do think that it is time to look at buildings just, you know, not as old monuments, but something we can engage with.
I just wanted to say social media has taught us to collaborate, you know. So we could use all the mediums and powers together. Somebody like her can tell us, okay, what is not looking pretty? And we can talk about it. We can talk about concerns. We can tell people what to do, what not to do. So we can collaborate and find places and talk about it. In the end, it's about a small conversation which you can go, you know, viral, or someone's hearing you somewhere. I always say what goes on the internet always stays on the internet. So if you want to say something, no one should shy away. Everyone, all artists, everyone is a content creator. So we should use that tool to, you know, in good way.
Everyone's a content creator. I think this session has been absolutely wonderful, and I think we've created some pretty decent content. We've been seeing it on social media. So thanks very much to all our panelists here. Thank you for the audience once more, making despite a stormy morning. And I think there's a wonderful set of events planned for the rest of the day. We have the Honorable Chief Minister of Delhi will be coming over. We also have the Honorable Culture Minister of India will be coming over as part of the session. And thanks very much. And I look forward to the rest of the Delhi Literature Festival. Thank you very much.